Alrighty guys, what is up? Welcome back to Path of Exile Heist with LD7, and today we are going to be getting over to the Act 4 city and kind of starting off Act 4. So the first thing you're probably going to notice is that enemies are a lot stronger now. So bear that in mind. You want to be paying attention when you're playing through because you need to be able to use your escape spell, so Flame Dash, effectively in order to not die all the time. So those are two decent chests. So you can go down these little pathways and you'll get more enemies. Sometimes they put like goodie chests and stuff like that over here, so that's definitely an option. Not a big deal, but it's not too hard of a map. There are a lot of monsters along this way though, so like if you're under leveled or something like that, you should gain a fuck ton of XP just running this little area. So Aqueduct's a good place to kind of farm XP and stuff like that, if you need to. So here we go. Those little sphere thingies can be kind of a bitch because they have that like water orb spell thing. It's not actually water, I don't know what it is, but whatever. Anyway, it does a fair amount of damage, so try to dodge those little water spheres if they're coming towards you because they will wreck your life. Anyway, here we go. Just gonna go up here, finish clearing, and then once we reach the end of the aqueduct, we will get into Act 4. And, you know, like you do with any act, you go and talk to all the homies, so just show that. But first we gotta clear these monsters. And I mean, realistically, you don't even have to clear all these dudes. You can just, you know, skip them. For the most part, you just kind of flame dash around people and use your quicksilvers and everything. So that is kind of like a mini boss. That's what it looks like because he seemed bigger than the normal flying guys that you fight. We should be getting close. Here we go. So Highgate is going to be the 4th Act city. So once we're in here, there's a bunch of stuffs. So there's an exit over here to the Dried Lake. We've got Kira. So first thing first, we're gonna go talk to everyone. Just so we can get all the quests. We're gonna go. So this goes into the Delve, Master of the Depths. There's 2 dudes up here. And then the last dude is down here. So you may have at this point gathered some divination cards. You can hand in the full set of divination cards to this guy right here. And that will give you some sort of item. It just depends on which set you have. It takes a while. Like, I don't think I've actually completed a full set of divination cards yet. So just bear that in mind. I also have, you know, a character that's beaten the game. So divination cards is something that you can farm if you're trying to get something specific. Sometimes it's easier to do that than to farm like chaos orbs or whatever to go ahead and like spend currency to buy items, right? So you can spend currency to buy items. Sometimes you can use divination cards to get the same item for cheaper. It just depends on how fast you can get the full set. So we got another jade flask. That's actually not too bad. And we also hit level 35, so once we find this banner or whatever, and go back to town, we're gonna equip our 4-linked blue armor, just because it's a good armor, and we're gonna go ahead and throw our Raise Spectre links in there, is the plan anyway. So leveling up all them gems should be making our we're gonna raise this dude as our Oh, wrong guy. I wanted the big dude. I want this guy. As our Spectre, just for fun. We only have to go one more act before we can get the actual Spectre we're supposed to use, called the Slave Drivers. So not a big deal. You actually get it right at the start of Act 5 as well, so you don't have to like grind through a lot of Act 5 before you can get it set up. But in the meantime, we're going to keep doing like what we have been doing and just keep a random monster up as a Spectre, because it definitely helps us, you know, stay alive and things like that, especially since we've got pretty much what you're going to be running for your gems on Raise Spectre for the time being. Like, unless you get extremely lucky and get a 5 or a 6 blue linked armor piece, you know, the combo of gems we got on our Raise Spectre that we showed last time, that's what you're going to have at the end game. So just bear that in mind. You know, it's like 6 link items in general are pretty rare, and getting the 6 link item linked with the correct colored sockets as well is even more rare. So yeah, you're probably not going to be able to do all the gems unless you are doing this after League start and happen to have a tabula rasa or enough currency to buy a 6 link blue. So don't worry about it. It's not the end of the world. On Furty's guide, he tells you the order of support gems, like as far as which ones you should prioritize for your Raise Spectre. That's what I'm going off of for mine. So if you follow what I've got on mine, you should be good as far as your gems are concerned for that spell. So maybe we're gonna find this. Oh, there's a little mini boss. Cool. I'm assuming that we get the item we're supposed to locate after we kill him. So not a big deal. As you can see though, like the enemies are a lot stronger than they used to be. So yeah, things are going to start getting a little bit harder for you. So it's really important that you get your W, your Qs, all of your spell combos. You need to have those down from this point forward. Otherwise, you're just going to die right away. So this actually isn't a bad armor because it's got 4 link slots and 5 total, but they're the wrong color for us, so I'm just gonna sell them. I don't care about this flask either. Doesn't really help us, so we're gonna go do this, sell all this stuff, and then I think we just go up here and put it on that. Then we can enter the mines. So this is the next part of the, oh, we have to talk to someone to get the quest, but the mines is the next set, so we go talk to the dude that's off on his own. Not a big deal. So from this point forward, you're going to be able to start doing the mines, or the delve is what it's called. Not a big deal. It can be useful as far as grinding currency once you reach a specific depth of, you know, like past a few thousand. You'll be able to get a crafting recipe for 6 link armors, which is really good. So I know we're supposed to use the stone golem right here, so that's really what you should be taking. Since we don't have the strength to socket it though, I'm kind of tempted to grab a different type. It's alright, we'll just take it. What I really need to figure out is we need to get something that gives us strength. So let's go check the vendors and see if they have something that'll boost our strength stat, because we're at 24, so we need to get a total of 26 strength off of an item. Sometimes you can do it with amulets. So 14, 10. This gives us 20 strength. That's probably the best shot we've got. If we add a rare modifier to it, or make it orange, so like that. We didn't get lucky on the rolls, so I think you can use this. No, you can't, because it's not a magic. So that's all right. I mean, we're gonna just leave that where it is for the time being and see maybe someone else has something with strength on it. Yeah, probably not gonna be in there. So that's fine. We can't quite use our summon stone golem yet, which is annoying, but it's okay. I mean, we could respec some points on our passives and get down to a strength booster just for the time being, but at this point, like, we're not having trouble clearing the map or dying right away, so we're just gonna wait. Eventually you do take some strength points with this build in order to increase your life and armor. So what we might do, as opposed to finishing off the chaos wheel, we might start working down towards some of the passive points that give you strength, so we can use our stone golem, because that is going to be a bigger boost to our character's ability to clear maps than, you know, like increasing the minion damage and adding chaos resistance and stuff like that. Granted, like, it is good to, you know, cap your resistances and things like that, but sometimes it's better to be able to use all of your skills first. It just depends. So we'll kind of play that by ear. We'll see. We also might get lucky and find a better amber amulet than the one that we bought, that gives us more strength. I mean, we only need 26 strength, so that's not very much, all things considered. But yeah, anyway, so going through the mines, pretty easy. Get to the second level. I think there's only 2 levels and then you exit out. So if we take a look, so there's a strength point that's 1, 2, 3 away that we'll ultimately take anyhow. This one gives us strength and intelligence though, and I think we do go through here for discipline and training. Give me 1 sec, I'm just going to check my path building. We do. So if I take this, it's going to give us 10 strength to our base stat. So now, if I equip this amulet, we don't have the dexterity. God damn it. That sucks. That really sucks. Is there a dexterity perk we can take that's within like 1? Because I don't mind refunding a single passive in order to get this skill set up. It's just, yeah, it doesn't really look like it. So I mean, to get to the next strength is down here, so that's 4 more. Sometimes you just kind of gotta look around the passive tree and see where stuff's at, because sometimes you can get better stuff. So no, I mean, that's 3 away, and that's, I mean, realistically 1, 2, 3, 4, that's probably the closest for us. So we could refund 4 of these, and kind of like chain down to get the extra strength, but because I mean, we need the dexterity is the thing, so forget it. We'll just wait. Not a big deal. We should get 4 levels pretty quick because the monsters are a lot stronger here, so we're gonna level up relatively quickly, you know, by comparison to what we were fighting before. So there's this dude. We'll get this sacred flask. Cool. I don't think we can actually use the sacred flask yet. There is a level requirement on those, but that's the next tier of flask from the colossal. So once we can use those, it's going to be good. We'll be able to increase how much our flasks restore and everything like that even farther. Do we don't have our skitterbots out. Okay, that's fine. So since we're trying to level, I'm not trying to clear this map as fast as possible. just because I want to, you know, kill the enemies as we encounter them, so I can, you know, go ahead and get all that XP. Granted, with this kind of build, like, you can just do this kind of stuff, and it works out okay. Okay. What is going on there? I'm kind of scared to enter that ring. So we save Deseret's spirit, I guess. That's cool. We gotta find the rapture device, is what it looks like. And then there will be a fractured wall at some point that we can use dynamite on, I guess. I mean, based off of what the quests say. Like, when I was running this with our party on League Start, we were going really, really fast through the map, so I apologize at this point forward. Like, I'm not 100% on, like, how the story actually plays out and everything like that, so no worries. If you want to learn more about the story, you know, actually listen to the dialogue and stuff. For me, I'm more interested in just clearing the maps because it's more fun for me. Like, the story's great, I'm sure. I just, like, for me, that's not the point of the game. The point of the game is you can go around and kill a bunch of shit, right? So, anyway, that's just my playstyle. You play how you want, because that's kind of the beauty of this game. There's so many different ways you can play. So, Sacred Life Flask. We're going to try to get a hybrid flask because I really want one at this point. Just because it's better to have a hybrid as opposed to 2 lives. So you can rock a life, a mana, and a hybrid. And it effectively gives you 2 of each. Since we've got that quartz flask, it's taking up one of our flask slots, right? So we can't have 2 manas. So there we go. This is basically the next piece. So power the rapture device with the gems from Calm and Deseretto. So we got to find Calm and Deresso. So basically, you go through that and you go through that to do the next piece. We're going to go back to town first and sell off some stuff. We're going to upgrade our armor and kind of just prepare. We did, so it looks like freeing that spirit was a side quest. So this dude gives us another passive point. So that is useful since we are trying to increase our strength. Yeah, so let's, I guess, like, that's like, this is only 3, so I'm just trying, like, let's do this. I want to refund this passive and I want to refund this passive, apply refunds, and then if I go down 1, 2, that gives us some more strength, and then with our next point we can take this, which will give us a little bit more. I just want to see, we can't do it because of the dexterity requirement still, so that's fine. Let's go see if we can build a hybrid flask with what we've got here, because in theory, if it's 2 flasks of the same like size, you should be able to sell them for a combined. So sacred and sacred, it's got to be because this is a blue, so I think you can use an orb of scouring to remove that, is how that works. Let's just try it. Yeah, okay, so that made it just a regular flask, right? So now if we go over and sell these 2 sacred, life, and mana, why is this, what the hell? That's supposed to make a hybrid flask, but apparently not, so whatever, it's fine. We just wasted an orb of scouring, but I don't use those anyway, so I guess it doesn't matter. We are getting some of these Rogue Harbor little guys, so that's not bad. What I am going to do is move our stuff, so I'm going to move our Raise Spectre into our armor. Put that on, that'll help. So at this point you kind of got to decide what you want to prioritize. So like I can basically build these boots with the exception of the strength and level requirement here. So these won't work until I can use this red gem, so that's kind of a waste of time. I could add, I don't know, like, I guess it doesn't really matter. So I could put Frostblink and conductivity back on this for the time being. Like, you want to try to maximize your links and get them set up the right way, because the support gems, when they're linked, make a big difference as far as like how well the move is going to work, right? So what could we potentially move? So this is Raise Zombie. That would benefit from going into a 4 slot. So we're going to move this over. Minion damage support, Summon Phantasm support, which actually we've got on both of these. That's kind of interesting. We could do Control Destruction is probably the best. Or we might want... So, as far as like what gem to put in there, those aren't very good. Let me do this. So the one thing about the library, you have to have the currency with you. So I'm just going to take a stack of all these types of orbs, and we're going to go to the library real quick and get another minion gem to connect with our Raise Zombie, just because that should increase, you know, how good our stuff is. So if I go into minion, and then we want to go into the support gem, so Infused Channeling, Infernal Legion. So we could do minion damage, 25%, or actually we already got that, right? Yeah, minion damage support, so 40%. That's not very good. We could do so this actually, Meat Shield might be a good one. I think we're gonna go with Meat Shield. What do I need for that? An Orb of Chance? Of course, the one orb I didn't grab. I didn't realize that they took those as well, so that's fine. We're gonna go drop off this currency, because now we know we just need an Orb of Chance. We're gonna port back over to the library, and we're gonna buy that Meat Shield support. Now, granted, this is not the like actual link that you're supposed to have for these boots, but we can't access the gem that we need quite yet. You are able to buy gems from Highgate eventually. You have to do a quest first, so we're just gonna wait. I am gonna go hand in this real quick, just because we can. And let's go back to Highgate, just so we can make sure we've got everything socketed the right way before we go back in and start fighting Calm. And we're probably going to call the episode as well, just because we are at that 20-minute, or past the 20-minute mark. So let's do this. We've kind of introduced you to Act 4. We've got more of our sockets kind of set up. So going forward, our minions should be more viable. Once we get the strength required to equip Summon Stone Golem, that's going to be really useful for us. But guys, if you enjoyed the episode today, be sure to like, comment, subscribe as always. And until next time, this has been Lone Debater 7, and we will see ya.